was younger, my pa used to buy me dolls. The occasion didn't matter. I could choose whatever I wanted. At one point, I had 10 of her dolls. Those dolls were a reward for being obedient, for being a good child. But on some days, I was a bad child because I got a B+ for my exams.
Why your grades go down by 2 marks? Pay for your tuition for what? No improvement at all.
I was a bad child because Pa had to repeat himself when I didn't hear him the first time.
Hey, you cannot hear me, is it? You deaf ah? Want me to repeat how many times?
I was a bad child when I forgot to greet him in the morning. Pa was like kerosene, flammable. My siblings and I, we never knew what would spark his anger. And after every beating, he gave us a hug and apologized for hurting us.
Pa only did this because Pa loves you, and I don't want you to fall into bad company.
I feel very guilty for bringing out the ugly in him. I knew he wanted me to be the best, and I really tried. I guess I was never good enough for him. And the beatings continued, again and again. So many times, I've just stood outside my house with my heart in my mouth. The feeling of physical pain burnt in my mind. A home is supposed to be a safe place, not a place where fear lives like an unwanted guest who wouldn't leave. I remember waking up to the sounds of the belt from the other room. Those nights I wondered, why doesn't Ma just leave and take us with her? Why are we still here? Ma called the police once when things got out of hand. I felt relieved. We were going to be saved by the Knights in Blue. But when he arrived, Ma told them to leave. I never understood why. When I was 6, I followed Ma to the lawyer's office. Then I understood why Ma didn't leave Pa.
How am I going to raise 3 kids all alone? I only have one job. I cannot afford to pay legal fees. Where am I going to stay? What will people say?
When I got into my first relationship, I realized that leaving was not as easy as I thought. He shouted at me for the smallest things, like not clearing the receipts in my wallet, not having tissue with me when we went out to eat. He swore and screamed at me, telling me how useless I was, how I was lucky to have him, because no one else would love me like he did. I used to think that these were just the cards I was dealt with, so I had to suck it up. I used to think that whatever he did was for my own good. The last straw was when he slapped me on the bus because I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. I did not like who I had become. I had to stand up for myself. I had to find my voice. As an adult now, I no longer live in fear of being abused. I live in the fear of not moving forward. This is what I have to say to you, Pa. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel like I'm never good enough. For pushing me to work towards being the best version of myself every single day. Because I never want to see you in me. Ma, if you're watching this, thank you for being the brave person that you are, and for always protecting your little dolls.
Hi, my name is Chini. I'm from the O+ team. If you like what you just saw, please subscribe to our channel. All our videos are in this playlist over here. If you also like our content, please consider supporting our Patreon and joining our community Discord in the links in the description below. Thank you! Yay!